You know, when you ask what the meaning of life or my life is, I don't know if I know the answer to that. I know that for me, the fact that my life has had meaning, that my life, that I served, that I didn't live a selfish life, that I made a difference, that I can look back and know, boy, I worked hard. I accomplished something. I feel like I have emerged as an entirely different woman than I was when I entered this really unbelievable and difficult journey. Going through a family album while I was sick and running across a picture of myself as a little girl and looking at that little girl and what I could see in that picture beyond this, sweet little innocent kid were breasts and ovaries, cancer in the making. And that's a very sad image for me. So when I see my baby pictures and my childhood pictures now, what I see is a little girl who was going to grow up into this woman and be a 2-time cancer survivor. When I was 28, I found a breast lump. My mother had just died of ovarian cancer, and I was told I was too young for breast cancer. So much to everyone's shock, I turned out to have breast cancer with 2 nodes involved, which meant I needed to have chemotherapy. It's difficult for me when someone will say, well, I don't think you should be taking these treatments. Look at the way you're vomiting. Obviously, you have a dreadful reaction. But it is a short-term type of illness. And the payoff, hopefully, is much greater than the hours of discomfort that I experience. And I went through that experience and started an organization called Vital Options, and we began as the first organization in the world for young adults with cancer. And we did that for a decade until Vital Options evolved into what we are now.
Selma, I have your show for this weekend.
Which is an international organization that deals with all cancer types for people of all ages, and our organization also produces a syndicated weekly cancer talk show called The Group Room. Hi there, Selma Schimmel back with you in The Group Room. Cancer was a disease that I had, and I never even entertained the thought that I would develop a second cancer in my lifetime. I represent one of those women who have that genetic predisposition, which is why I had breast cancer in my 20s, and then 20 years later at 48, developed ovarian cancer. Do I need to heat up my arm for you?
No, I think you're okay.
And even though I run an oncology organization, and even though I've been through chemotherapy 20 years ago for breast cancer, I must tell you that I'm very frightened, and I will get through this, and I will look forward to sharing this experience with you. But it's scary stuff for me. My cousin in Paris is also a breast cancer survivor, and I have a feeling that she sent me these fantastic pieces that she had made when she went through chemo for her hair. I said to my cousin, you know those beautiful things you wore when you went through chemo? I could sure use those now. You think it's a scarf? I'm calling Paris now because I want to thank my cousin for this incredible gift. Tell Mag, if I had to get cancer, how lucky I am that I have it in the winter. Because if I had it in the summer, what would I do? My big pleasure is going to be being able to give them back to her. I didn't lose my hair the first time, I thinned. But soon you'll see me be proactive there too, because I don't think I can handle watching my hair fall out. I'd like to take control of that.
Are you Robert Fox?
I'm the one.
For a while there, when I knew I was going to lose my hair, I thought, that's okay. I'll just wear cool things on my head. And then it dawned on me, after getting the referral to you, Robert, that maybe it would be really comforting to have a hairpiece, a wig, something that would mimic my look of a quality I'm comfortable with. And I just feel emotionally this is right for me, and everyone has to find out what's right for them. Coming here was work, but it's the kind of work that's just going to be worth it in the end. I guess each of us find a place where we're going to invest our energy, and I was investing a lot of energy into the hair thing, you know, just part of my identity. There's only one problem, Robert.
What's that?
This is better than my own hair.
Oh, I don't know.
I decided ultimately that I was ready to go and have my ovaries removed. I went to sleep thinking I'd wake up and my risk for ovarian cancer would be eliminated. However, things didn't go exactly the way the surgeon would have anticipated. And upon opening up my ovary, they discovered that the malignancy was already there. Meaning of life for me really is courage and risk. If you don't have courage and won't take a risk, then you'll never truly live. A lot of bad things, tragic things happen to me. So my way has been to try to transform them, to take every bad thing and make it work for me, give it value.
So how do you feel? It's your last treatment today?
I feel very excited. It's over.
I know.
Rather than mourning how lousy it is, that I may have to die young, I would rather look at the fact that I'm being given the opportunity to take my experience and continue teaching with it. And so then that softens, at least for me, the tragedy, and it gives me a focused task by which to use my experience. And maybe that's something that more people need to do, because it helps pull you out of that rut. And I know how easy it is to slip in there. But if you have a purpose where you can still find your passion and execute it in some way, that will elevate you. Well, cancer has certainly taught me what a strong and powerful person I am. You know, I thought I was a woman warrior with a scar on my breast, but now I certainly have more than one scar. And I will be reminded daily. I still think I'm in a complete shock that I've been through this. It's amazing. The life of a cancer survivor doesn't end with treatment. You carry it, you integrate the experience, and you learn to live your life. But it forever colors your life and your perspective and your decisions and choices and thoughts. You know, going to Paris to take my cousin Magdalene back her scarves and hats and everything she sent me, I knew that when I get on that plane that I was putting the experience behind me. And I remember when the plane took off and getting that little, tear in my eye that life was back. I was at the helm, I was navigating my way back into my world, and it was a very big feeling.
Magdalene! Chérie!
And I was very, very happy to be able to hand her box of hats back to her.
Thank you. Thank you, moi aussi.
As a fellow cancer survivor.
Je suis là.
I
Toutes les
love
deux.
you.
Me too. Me too.
I remember going with you, Jeff, to Paris to return all of the scarves and the hats, everything from my cousin. It was such a great trip because I was cancer-free and my hair was just growing back. I remember it was silver, and I was taking off on that airplane, and I was soaring to new life. It was a happy trip. It was my reintegration into freedom and health. I still felt a sense of innocence then. So when I think back on that, I would love to recapture that feeling of excitement and innocence that I felt then.
Selma, I would say, is an extraterrorist. She's someone from another world, from another planet, and she's someone that's so loving and so giving and so supportive. She would really give you hope and give you a light and just cheer you up. And her beauty is not only exterior but interior. When I first met her, I thought, is she an actress or is she someone involved in the show business, because she has such this incredible presence and is this charismatic about her. And I was so impressed. I thought, what a beautiful woman.
I really want to be remembered for making a difference for young adults with cancer. It's hard to go back, to the 80s and imagine, but if you all could try to imagine how alone and isolated it had to have been for us young adults with cancer back in the 80s. So yeah, I really would like to be remembered for our early pioneering efforts. But I think what I'd really like to be remembered for is my courage, my perseverance, my passion, my humor, my capacity to love. I'd like to be remembered as someone who gave someone else courage and guts.
I want to get as many balloons as possible because she is such a strong woman, and all these balloons will be such a powerful thing. Bonjour ma beauté, ça va? C'est pour Selma, okay? 1, 2, 3, Selma! Okay? 1, 2, 3, Selma! So it's a homage for Selma. It's for Selma! I love you, Selma! And you're honored, huh? Who's left her, but she's not gone. She'll always be here. And I will always do the best I can to continue in my way, helping others as she has.
Oh, bonjour. Je peux avoir un ballon? Merci beaucoup. Merci, merci.
She's left incredible. She left hope, courage, light. She is a legacy without describing it. You can't describe it. She is the legacy for me. She's the one.
We're not remembered for how much money we have. Remember that when you die, it comes down to love, relationships, and what you did of meaning and importance. And don't lose sight of that, because you don't need to have profound wealth for that, but you need to have depth and commitment and vision and the ability to distinguish what really matters.
The balloons represents for me liberty, freedom, flying to another destiny. 1, 2, 3, Selma!
I love you, Selma.
The balloons, Selma. Your work is going on. It's going higher and higher. You're flying with us. Your spirit is all over. You're not gone, Selma. You will always be here.
You've got to live the most in this moment. You have to live now as though it's your last day. It sounds cliche, but there's great truth to it. You've got to live fiercely as long as you can.